Welcome to Domestic Violence Against Men, Awareness and Prevention. This episode is for mature audiences only. Please subscribe to YouTube channel for full episodes.
Man, I'm straight, just smoking a little something, drinking a little something, ain't much.
Alright, brother, would you mind if I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead, ask me something.
Okay. Have you ever been in a situation where a woman has physically caused harm to you out of anger?
Like you physically cause harm, like beat me up or try to sock me?
Has a woman ever punched you, smacked you, threw anything at you, shot you, stabbed you, ran you over, cut your nuts off, swallowed your grandma's ashes?
I got cut with a razor by a girl before, and I got slapped out of my sleep twice.
Okay, could you give both of those experiences, but give what happened on the first time?
Okay, so the first time I was doing shit that, well, I ain't gonna say I was doing shit that I wasn't supposed to be doing, because the girl knew that I was with another girl. I had probably got some women in here, so
I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that.
So the girl, she gave me some tree. You feel me? This when I was younger. You feel what I'm saying? She gave me some tree, but I guess she felt some type of way and that I was smoking with, you know, the girl that I was with. So I don't know how she found where the fuck, because you got to go inside the building. Like, you can't see me go up the stairs and go into an apartment, you feel me? Because all apartments are inside. But somehow this girl found the fucking apartment, came and knocking on the door talking about, hey, is such and such here? And then so my girl at the time, she comes, she like, hey, somebody at the door for you. And then she like, hey, you in here smoking my weed with this bitch, whoop, whoop, like, give my weed back. I'm like, first of all, you knew what it was, like, you feel what I'm saying? You knew what time it was.
You wanted the weed back?
Arguing. Yes, bro, but you gotta understand, this is when, so, she pulled out a blade, and she was like, man, you better give my motherfucking weed back, boo, 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 boo. So I'm like, so we start tussling, bro. I'm trying to get the blade out of her hand, and she ended up cutting me, you feel me? She ended up getting on before the police came and said, yeah, niggas used to be real dumb as a teen, I ain't gonna lie. But that shit right there, though, that she did, was uncalled for.
It was uncalled for. Thank you, brother. Thank you. That was uncalled for.
It was uncalled for. So, the second time I got slapped, I'll tell you the story when I got slapped out of my sleep by my wife, rest in peace. She passed when I was in prison. So,
sorry to hear that, brother.
I ate what happened was we went to the weed shop and we had got some edibles. And it was a whole eighth of weed and one slice of cheesecake. So she tell me I'm eating it. She like, don't eat that whole cheesecake. What I do? I remember just getting slapped out my sleep like, bam! What the fuck is this? With the phone, she had the phone to my face like this. So she's like, what the fuck is this? And so it's so fucking funny because she told me the reaction. She like, you know what you did? And I said, what I do? She said, your ass went right to sleep. So I got slapped out my sleep, looked at what she was talking about, and then was like, man, I'm going back to sleep. But yeah, I miss her too, bro. Oh God, no cap. Oh, that was my baby for sure. She was a little toxic, but you know, that was my baby. Oh, no cap.
Sorry, you had to go through that, brother. Yeah, if you don't mind, I want to ask you another question. Can you name 3 things that a person can do to you personally?
Cause I'm non-confrontational, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. So it would have to be a person trying to put hands. So it's a person will try to put hands on me first, or a person just blatantly disrespect me, or the third one is a hard one because them really like the only two. I'm not gonna lie to you. Or somebody trying to harm somebody that I care about.
Okay, bet, brother. I appreciate that, bro.
Excuse me?
I said, what's going on, brother? How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking. Would you mind if I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Have you ever been in a situation where a woman has physically caused harm to you out of anger that you did not create the physical contact with first?
Never. I slapped the shit out of her ass.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, has a woman ever punched you, threw anything at you, stabbed you, shoved you, anything like that?
That's a good question. Not that I can recall, no, because they would get the business. I think, matter of fact, yes, they have happened a long time ago when I was a young kid.
Okay.
Like when I was a teenager.
Could you give me an example
Some girl had
of what happened that day?
It was a long time ago. I don't remember, but a long time ago, a girl. She was like a bully, and she thought she could bully me, and then she tried to.
I got one more question for you. Can you name 3 things? This is going to be interesting for you. Can you name 3 things that a person can do to you personally that will cause you to be physically violent with them?
If I could, I'm sorry. If you could repeat the question. If name something what?
Can you name 3 things that a person can do to you that will cause you to be physically violent with them?
Oh, that's a good question. Name 3 things somebody could do something to me that could cause me to be violent. If someone touches me, yeah, they're gonna get beat up. If someone spits on me, they're gonna get beat up. Or if someone throws something at me, they're gonna get fucked up.
Okay, so even if they throw something at you, does it?
Water. It could be anything. If you throw a pen, if you throw water, if you throw paper, if you throw cotton, it could be light as a feather. You could even throw a feather at me. You could even throw a feather. If that shit touches me, it's going down in the DM. It's going down.
Okay,
You better not throw nothing at me.
So this is a learning experience for the audience, right? Some people are natural throwers. They throw shit, right? And they may not even know that today, that day they throw something at you, it's gonna be the last time they probably ever throw some shit, right?
It might be the last. It might be the last. The one time I was in jail and a cracker threw piss on me.
Oh, so you got trauma when it comes to people.
So he threw it when I was behind the bars. He didn't throw it when I was out in the dorm, out in the open bay area. He didn't do it when I was outside. But when I was locked behind the bars, he was a pussy, so he had to throw it. He threw it, and I couldn't get to him. That's the only time I couldn't really fight back.
That's
so he got away with that. But
that's one of the worst things you can do to a human being on this earth. Yep.
And then, yeah, I tried to, beat him up, and then he was throwing shit in my cell, and I couldn't get to him, and then the CO saw, and the CO, because he was white, the CO took his side, and then they put me into solitary confinement, and then after that, me. You see how fucked up that is?
Yeah, that's messed up. So you got in trouble for something you didn't do on top of having to be drenched in someone's urine.
Right. Because he thought I was a pussy. And he was a bully. He was bullying the other young inmates in there, the other young black inmates in there, because he was racist. So he was bullying the young black inmates in there, and I heard him, but he didn't know me, and he thought that he didn't know I existed because I was next door to him, but he never seen me before. But I heard what he was doing. So, but I wanted to teach him a lesson, to let him know, if you're gonna fight someone, pick on someone your own size. So one day, we were all on lockdown. Are you familiar with how jail works? I think to make a phone call or to take a shower, and I had passed by his cell, and he was like, God, he started making jokes and started picking on me. And I was like, sir, are you sure you want to fuck with me? And he was like, oh, you stank. Why you stank? I stink because I'm in solitary confinement and they don't let us out for showers only but 2 times a week. So of course I'm going to stink, you dumb bitch. What do you think this is? The Hilton Garden Hotel? I was mad. I made the whole, because I'm the type of dude, I be chilling. But if you fuck with me, everybody's going to get the business. So I cussed him out so motherfucking bad and told him about his white KKK, devil, hillbilly, redneck, inbred, cow fucking, uncle fucking self, that the whole dorm got mad at me. He got really mad. So then and I embarrassed the fuck out of him. I told him, bitch, I heard about you being a child molester. Fuck you talking about, I stink. I'd rather be stinking than molesting kids, you fuck boy. Watch your mouth play. I know about you. Don't talk to me any kind of way. So then he got so fucking mad because I exposed him, I embarrassed him, and I shamed him that he all he could do was just throw piss like a bitch. He didn't want these fists. I was gonna give it to him. I was gonna give him all I got, but I couldn't get to him. I still want him even today, but I don't even know who he is because it was one, but I couldn't. So that boy, he got away with murder, huh?
All right, so listen, brother. Normally, I don't do this because I really don't be having the time while I'm matching with different people to gather these experiences. But I feel I need to do this right now. I'm dealing with you, right? So, I can feel your pain, brother, when it comes to the urine. I've had urine poured on me, right? I've had it poured on me. So I want you to realize that, or try to realize it, right? You're going to be triggered by a lot, because they ain't had nothing thrown on them. That severe. So when you said that you would be willing to hurt somebody because they throwing something at you, the audience and certain people may be thinking, oh man, he's easily tempered, he tripping. But I'm knowing it gotta be an underlying reasoning behind it of why you're willing to hurt somebody that bad off of just throwing something. Something possibly could have triggered, could have triggered you, or something could have been going on where somebody has thrown something that's horrific on you, and now in your mind you might be thinking, man, ain't nobody ever gonna throw nothing else at me again. Ever.
Right. Ever. Especially if I could get to him. Ooh, Lord.
You should be cool, but you can't tell that to somebody that has had so much trauma from the shit that they like, man, can't nobody even attempt to throw nothing at me anymore. Have you ever been in a situation, and this is for the audience too, have any of y'all ever been in a situation where something happened to you and it hurt so bad that you was like, man, I'm not even going to deal with anything that looks like that? It's people out here who have been hurt by a person that's light-skinned or dark-skinned, and then they just say, man, I'm never going to deal with a dark-skinned or light-skinned person again. It's people out here who has been hurt by a Scorpio or a Gemini or a Libra, and then what do they think in their mind? Depending on how bad the pain was, they may say, man, I'll never deal with that sign again. So it's kind of similar. You don't have to be that way forever. There's certain things that you can do to reprogram your mind. Because what you don't want is to have that feeling up in you and and it's just there. Because what does it look like for you to have been the person who got piss thrown on, and now here it is, you in jail because somebody threw something at you? Not piss, but just anything. You don't want that to be you, brother. You don't.
No.
You don't want that to be you, bro. And I'm telling you now, nobody's going to understand when you go off. It don't matter to them that you done had piss thrown on you. It don't matter what the fuck happened to you. If you hurt somebody that done threw anything what you've been through, brother, ain't nobody gonna care except somebody else that done been through it, that understand. And I ain't gonna be there. I'm not gonna be there. So the best thing I could do now is tell you, bro, you gotta face that. You gotta face that, and realize that there's other ways to figure out if you're dealing with somebody that is violent. There's ways to figure out if you're dealing with somebody that would even throw anything at you. And what you do is this. And I hate to say this sometimes, because sometimes if you say this to the wrong person, they'll use it against you.
Right.
But
well, you know what? I'm sorry. How do I say
it?
brother?
You still have to do it. And that is this. If you know you're struggling with that, you need to tell that to people, bro. You need to tell them, hey, look, would you ever throw? I can't take this. Because some people may not even know that they only got one time to throw anything at you, brother. They might really be a good person and maybe just slip up and just throw some shit one day.
Right. Well, you know what? Speaking of touching.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate this conversation. I didn't know I'd be talking about touching, but I love where this is going because, I'm sorry, what's your name, my brother?
Stress-free.
Stress-free, I love it. Stress-free, I love the name. Stress-free, that's dope. That's dope. So yeah, I really enjoy the conversation, Stress-free, and I also like your whole setup with your mic and your pictures in the back and your ring light in the back and the voice. I like your voice. You got a really strong, powerful voice. So you're made for speaking. So that's dope. So hopefully you have a podcast and you able to do interesting
monetize and stuff like that. But if you know Stress-free, you know that I'm doing this for free.
Okay, well, I think that it's time for you to start making money because I see potential. You got a very good voice. You ask good questions. And the people, they like you here on the chat. So right now we got 119 viewers on my side. How many viewers you got on your side, Stress-free?
112.
112. That's dope. Yeah, so you should consider it. You know, all you gotta do is gain a family. If you're friendly, you'll do well. With me, I'm not a friendly person. I'm very mean. I only fuck with people who I like. Like, I fuck with you, you cool. Other than that, like, I'm not really a friendly person because I've been through a lot. So I don't really trust people like that. But I can see you doing well because I guess, are you a friendly person? If you're a friendly person, you'll do well. All you gotta do is ask for support and people will support you.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I was hand with you before I go to the next person, right? So
yeah.
I want to know, do you have, and I'm not saying when you're dating, I'm saying when you're in your friendships or dating or anything like that, do you have red flags? Do you have deal breakers? Do you have boundaries? And how does that look for you?
That's a good question. When I'm dating, I make it really simple. I don't make it complicated because I try to find someone that will listen to what I have to say because I'm the man, I'm the lead. So it's like I'm the boss. So you have to make me happy. If you don't make me happy, you're going to get fired. Does that make sense? What do you think about that? Stress-free.
If that is the way you will want your relation to jump, and make sure that whoever it is that you're dealing with is okay with that, which means like they can withstand it. Some people just want to sign up for shit that they ain't never been a part of, and it's up to you if you're gonna let them just come for the first time and take the risk with you. But the thing is with you, because you have so much trauma and you can be a violent person, it's not safe for you to be test driving somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're a vehicle, but you know what I mean? It's not really safe for you to be, dealing with somebody that is just now trying out your program. You kind of want to deal with somebody that's already been in this particular program before and know what they're getting into, right?
Right. Well, I want to mention that, to leave on a more positive note, basically with that people, if they want to know what's good for them, I'm not the type of man to touch. Because if you touch me, you're going to have to pay. And that happened recently when I was at a hospital and a racist white Spanish employee had told me that I wasn't supposed to be in the hospital. And he was harassing me and following me around the hospital. And I told him, listen, I warned him. I said, you don't want to mess with me, because if you mess with me, you're going to have to pay severely. So leave me the fuck alone. Don't talk to me. And mind your fucking business. I warned him, and I said, mind your fucking business and leave me the fuck alone. And he didn't listen. And he wanted to make a scene and wanted to make a show and embarrass me and tell me where I'm supposed to be and all types of shit like that. And he made the biggest mistake in a very violent way where I could have broken his arm. So not only did he have to pay for that, but a reaction from my touching. His touch was light. He just touched my arm. But that was bad enough for me, because I don't want anybody touching me. You could talk all you want to, you could talk all day, but do not even touch me in the lightest way, because I will for that touch. That's why I tell people, you could talk all day to me you want to, but don't touch. Do not. You can look all day like a motherfucking candy store. You can look all day and shop around, but do not touch the product. And if you touch the product, you might have to pay a lot of money.
Okay.
That's what happens when someone touches me. I don't know about him, and I don't know about her. But me, you touch me, there's a price, a very high price to pay.
And it's good to have boundaries, brother, like that. A lot of people would be better off if they did have boundaries that way. So I'm just glad that you're able to announce it, and give a warning to people or whoever and understand what you're not tolerating anymore. Sexual, sensual name. And they're saying anything negative in the comments, click on their name, click manage, kick them out of here. All right, go ahead, brother.
Oh, I love that. Thank you for that, for giving order to the chat. Stress-free, I appreciate you.
No problem. Go ahead, brother.
All right, so this is the song here, so let me know if you like it or not.
When something happens, so you gotta go tell that 3-person group chat with the weird name. Yeah, that group chat.
This is just over.
Pop, pop, pop.
This is your song.
My song, but Jay-Z's beat. They know it in the...
What's good, bro?
What's going on? Can I ask you a question?
Ain't shit. What you on?
Okay. Have you ever been in a situation where a woman has physically caused harm to you out of anger?
Yeah, bro. That shit come with being a hoe, nigga.
Okay. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Look, if you don't mind, could you give an example of what happened on one of those situations?
Boom. Shorty caught me texting bitches on Instagram. You feel me? She confronted me about it. I lied about it. She punched me in my face. Now, as a real nigga, you feel me? As a real nigga, I kept my composure. I didn't react. I ate that shit. Gang. You feel me? She hit me. Me. You feel me? Like, I feel like real gangster shit, bro. If you're not willing to accept the challenge, don't challenge a man, bro. No female should touch a man. No man should touch a female. You feel me? Because if a nigga touch my sister, bro, I swear to God, I'ma kill him, bro. I'm not fighting him, bro. He's gonna smell smoke, bro. I wish a nigga would touch my sister. Or you feel me? My mom, I don't condone them niggas hitting bitches, but I also don't condone them bitches hitting niggas either, because you need to deal with what comes with your actions. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to stand on what you do. So, if any females listening, if you do decide to put your hands on a man, you need to be able to stand on what comes with that shit. You better be Mike Tyson, bitch, because a nigga gonna knock your head off or he might smoke you. Literally. Literally. Hey, bro. Your name's Str3?
Yes, sir. I'm Str3ss.
Alright, listen, gang. If it is a female putting their hands on you, as a real nigga, it might hurt. I'm sure it don't hurt, because we men, bro. We could deal with at least a car hitting us. You feel what I'm saying? I done got shot twice, bro. I'm still alive, bro. I can walk and all that. So, a female put their hands on you, bro, be strong enough to not, you know what I'm saying? Be strong enough not to engage in that shit. If you feel hurt enough to still want to retaliate, get her beat up by a couple ugly bitches. If 6 ugly bitches jump a pretty bitch, or bro, I'm telling you, bro, it hit way different than you putting your hands on her, bro. It hit way different, bro. You can get a bitch beat up, you never gotta touch the bitch, bro. No bullshit.
My brother. All right, bro. Listen. Fellas, if a woman is physically harming you, leave. Leave. There should already be a boundary set in what's going to happen if physical abuse erupts. You know, we make mistakes, things happen, but if it's ever a situation where a person is saying violence is the key, like, oh, well, that's just what happened, that's what you get type shit, get up out of there. Get up out of there. Don't try to retaliate. I'm not telling nobody to not defend themselves. You know, but other than that, get up out of there. It ain't safe. Most yeah, it's gonna be an early night. I'm gonna get about 5 experiences and get off here. Okay, thank you for your honesty. If you don't mind, could you give an example of one situation and what happened that day?
It was about 3 days after me and my first wife got married. She found out that I had an Xbox, and I didn't tell her. And when we looked through it, and I asked her what song she liked, she wanted to know where all the songs came from. And because an ex-girlfriend put all these songs on my Xbox, she decided to take a hammer to it and throw it out the window. And then pushed me down a flight of stairs. Also locked me out of my house and put a chain around my refrigerator and took my cell phone back because you want me to keep going? Oh, so she also,
keep going, brother. This is a safe space.
So the ex-girlfriend that I had moved out. She was gone for like quite some time, and I left all her stuff there. And then when I met my wife, I was actually going to the store to get cigarettes. She pulled up in the alley and asked me if I had one, and told her that I was going to get them. So she took me to the store to get cigarettes. And then we came back, and then we left again. We went and got pizza and bought a DVD player from Walmart or something. And then about 3 days later, we ended up getting married. And for our honeymoon, we burnt the heads off Barbie dolls. And everything was great. Like, it was absolutely wonderful. And then all of a sudden, like, she poured shampoo all over my ex's shit and sat it out there and told her that she needed to come get her stuff. So I guess she was pregnant. I don't know. But she had to walk up like 4 flights of stairs in the snow. And my wife at the time was looking out the window and making fucked up comments about her fat cow ass. Then she called the police and told the cops that I was selling prescription drug medication that my ex-girlfriend left there for her son's mental inability, but could not describe what kind of medication it was or how many there were. So the police came and pulled me out of work and had me in handcuffs while she was on the phone with them. So I had to call my ex-girlfriend to verify the medication. So then, let's see here. I wasn't allowed to take public transportation because she was afraid that I was going to pick up some chick, and I wasn't allowed to take cabs to work because I could possibly get with someone or the cab driver. And the only way that I was allowed to go to work was if she took me or not. And if she didn't feel like taking me that day, I didn't go. And then proceeded to lock me out of the house, change the locks on the doors, and then when I finally got in, there was a chain around the refrigerator. Then she tried to get her 13-year-old sister to lie and say that I slept with her. Only met her for like 5 seconds. She attempted to when all this happened. And you really never know someone's story, man.
Right. You don't.
And I had to figure out this at like 23, man, and I thought I was trapped. No one would help me. They kept telling me I got myself into it. I had to get myself out. And,
Yep.
like, I didn't know what the fuck to do, man. I literally went into the bathroom. I went into the bathroom at the library and freaked the fuck out. Like, I thought I was done, man. Like, she wasn't being cooperative. She was sending people after me. Like, it was ridiculous. And then finally, I got this lawyer. So I got one of these, like, 3 third-party vendor ones that track people's addresses and locations, and I paid like $3 for it, and thank God it wasn't a scam. It worked. And I got a hold of her mom. And she's like, hey, me and you need to sit down and talk. So her mom meets me at McDonald's. And I find out that she is a convicted, wanted felon in 3 different states. And I just married this woman.
This some movie shit. This is some coming to you in January of next year, Lifetime series shit.
Right. her mom or grandmother owned this restaurant or something. I went there like one time. We were going to help her mom move, and I shot a cat in the head on a field. Long story. Okay. I was forced to wear a teddy to a gas station with a glove on my hand filled full of lotion and smack it down on the counter as I asked for cigarettes. That was probably the worst one. Well, no, I had to go to the mall like that too. And I had to do what she said because she kept a 38 under her seat. Again, I'm 23 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And so my mom came down, and like she was sitting there bitching the whole time about how she's got to sit next to me and she doesn't want to be here. And my mom turned over and said, "If you don't shut the fuck up, I'm going to punch you in your face." Like, it was raining, it was cold, I wasn't having it. I had to go like 30 miles out of town for some stupid bullshit that I should have never fucking did it. Yeah, she was a convicted felon in 3 states. And then finally, after paying $145, no, I know one was taking off. She got pulled over for speeding, and when the cop went back to the car, she bought it out. I know that was one of them. She tried to forge my signature on one of my checks that they wouldn't let her cast signature in front of these officers right after work for this bullshit. So I think that might have been second. I know she got like a $500 fine for it. But I had to pay $145 to like 8 sheriffs to track her down for divorce papers. And then finally, someone called me. I don't know who it was, but they called. It was an unknown number. They were not telling any names. All they know is they knew that I was looking for her, and they knew where she was. It was really fucking strange, man. Never seemed like I talked to this person in my life, and how they would have ever got my number, I don't know. But they told me exactly where she was. I submitted the file, and got a call back from the sheriff like 3 days later. Your wife has been served. And I thought, I gotta get...
And much more. Because then you have to heal.
Right.
And first off, see, once you get once you get unattached from that person legally, you're thinking that it's over, but no, it ain't. It's just beginning. It's just beginning because, it's just beginning because you have to start to heal.
Right.
If in order to heal, you have to realize that even though that person isn't around, you're still hurting. And sometimes it takes years to figure that out.
Well, so now I'm married again. I've been with her for 8 years, and we have 2 kids.
Congratulations.
So compared to my first one, it was only 9 days, man. Like it was ridiculous. Like I went through so much in that short amount of time, that young. Man, I didn't.
Who would?
Because
a lot of people would say the things that I used to say when I was naive and arrogant. I used to say things like, "Oh, that would never be me."
Right.
That'll never happen to me. I'll just leave. I'll do this. I'll do that.
I did.
Until I got put in the situation. When you get put in these situations, you don't know what you're gonna do. Because you don't know what you're gonna do. You don't.
I can tell you about this.
You don't know how it's gonna work.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you about this ex Sarah I had. Like it was worse. Oh my God, this was worse.
Another one?
Yeah, listen. So I met this Sarah chick. Okay, I forget where I met her. Went to the park once. Her mom took us.
What's up, Golden? Welcome.
Her mom was so deathly afraid that I was going to take her from her. Tried to hit me in the back with a sledgehammer. Loaded a shotgun in the house. And then on top of that, Sarah, I don't know what her problem was. She was psychotic as fuck. Always thought to cut herself all the time. Was out for me, like marking me for death in a biker club.
Okay.
When she found out that me and her worked together in the future, she tried to hit me in the parking lot with her van. And then had it set up for me to get jumped on July 4th that I got away from.
Okay, so what was the reason she was trying to get you jumped?
Her mom did not like me.
Okay.
For some reason, I don't know why. I was 20, maybe. But I worked 2 full-time jobs. And like her mom just like had it out for me big time.
Okay.
And she was like, her gonna like kill me and shit. Like, she was like fine, like until her mom came around, and then she just went into this mode of like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like I've been in some real fucked up relationships. So some slice and dice. Okay, thank you. So I was trying to talk to this Kylie chick. Okay. And I met this chick prior. Her name was Amber. And like I tried to tell her like I don't think I'm right for you because they were hanging out. And Amber shows up.
Okay.
So Kylie leaves, and I answered the door, and Amber was like, "Who was that? Why was that girl leaving your house?" So like my friends had to come out and lie and tell her that was one of their friends.
All right, because they know she's crazy.
Because I've already told the people that I lived with that I did not want to be with her. And called me and told me to tell her where I was at. And since I would not tell her, she was going to come find me and she was going to slice me and dice me. So I literally was hiding in the Dollar General bathroom, shaking in my pizza boots. Because I was only like 20-something. And that's like 3 of my final ones.
Your mom.
Well, I didn't date her, but
You knew a psychotic woman.
But see, you just never know how a person grew up, man.
Should be heard.
Right.
I had to face it alone.
Well,
like it was cold.
Brother, I'm glad that you're okay. I appreciate seeing that you have a healing method of some kind, you know, but even the happiest looking people, man, because when I matched with you, you were just a happy cowboy, man. Nobody would think that you've been through the things you've been through. So just because a person is happy doesn't mean they ain't been through
everything about Mac's wife, man.
Oh.
I should make it a...
Tell him about the fridge?
So the fridge broke, okay? And this is the path about how narrow it was, okay? Out.
Okay.
Enough to put a refrigerator through. And I was trying to take it downstairs to help the maintenance people, so they didn't have to carry it all the way down. I was going to meet them like at the middle landing. So in order for me to get around, I had to keep jumping onto the roof and over the banister to get back on the platform. So I decided to levitate this full-size fridge on this beam, and it has beams that come up on both sides like fits, you know what I mean? So it's balancing like this. So I literally got down on my hands and knees and crawled underneath of this thing to get to the other side so I could turn it around. And she wasn't on the neighbor's roof and caved his whole fucking living room ceiling in. Because she nudged it.
And do you feel she did it on purpose?
Yes. She tried to kill, right. She was trying to kill me, yes. When we would go out to restaurants, she would fling Jello at people. And then she would put glasses right on the edge of the table and stand up and put her sleeve through her arm and knock it over and make it look like an accident because she was trying to put her coat on.
And try to get free food.
She would go back to the restaurant and bitch at them until they gave her free food. Like, you don't even know.
This is some wow.
He said, this is a movie shit.
Yeah, this is...
No, we don't talk about you.
I'm gonna have to follow you.
One particular incident.
Go ahead. This has to be the last one, and then I gotta move on.
All right, this is the last one. This was horrible. This was on Thanksgiving. The worst ever life possible you could ever happen. Okay. First off, the heel broke off my cowboy boots. I ended up getting fired. It was raining. And my girlfriend broke up with me. And this was all on Thanksgiving Day. And then when I got back to my house, I saw that there was a dead bird on my table, and I started crying. And I cried so much that I filled up a glass of water, and I drank it because I was thirsty. And then took my trash out and decided that I accidentally locked myself out to the screen door, so I tried the worst day ever. But I made it through. So
you made it through the door?
We all got
you said you made it through the door, or you made it through the day?
I don't remember. I try not to think about it. But
I make it through every day.
Right. Like the time that I started Abuse Bar. But that's a different story.
Okay. But look, follow me back. I'm gonna be reaching out to you, brother. This is not over. I wanna finish this. But you are serious, right?
I am dead serious, yes. I am 100% dead serious.
Wow.
I did not make any of that up.
I believe you. You got somebody over there vouching too, so. Man,
my current wife will tell you, no, I'm court system. No. That's I live it.
He sound like me. But look, alright, brother. It ain't easy being stress-free. It ain't easy being stress-free. It ain't. When you've had trauma, put on you that's similar to the trauma that you hear, it's hard to hear it sometimes. But somebody got to do it because these guys need to get this out, He clearly needs to get it out. And the woman he's with now, she seemed pretty level-headed, like she's on his side. She's disagreeing with all the